Your daily hour with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, it's the program.
It is.
We're on TV. Once a day, every day, we turn on the machines.
And talk for an hour.
Yeah.
Or
Stop
leave
talking.
an hour from now.
Or both.
Something, yeah.
Or both.
It's Monday.
And here's Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Carl. How are you today, Carl?
Well, I had a run-in with the police.
Oh,
We'll talk more about that later.
Well, I see that you're still alive. No major bruises.
Well, yeah. It was...
You're not bludgeoned or anything?
Well, no, it would have been kind of like a traffic calamity. But like I say,
wow.
I will have to get
We'll
into
hear all
that
about
later.
it eventually, I guess.
I first want to hear some science.
You want to hear science first or Dan's week first?
Oh, well, Dan's week. Yeah, let's...
How's the week, Dan?
Oh, shitty. Shooter.
Sounds interesting.
My rent's going up by $100.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, so I'm going to try and negotiate it, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt me. Hurt me bad.
Well, I mean, that's $100 is probably only 10% or something. Or
Well, it's a significant portion of my disposable income after rent and utility bills and that sort of thing. What I got left over that I can buy food and clothes and toilet paper and Windex.
I don't know how long it takes for 10% inflation to happen in the economy.
I think the inflation rate is at 2 point something percent
per year.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So that means it takes every 5 years. It would be necessary to follow inflation to be raised by 10%, which is about $100.
Yeah.
So if it's been 5 years for you, then that's just following the market.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it has not been 5 years.
Has it been 5 years?
Since.
Yeah. So that's
Since.
The last raise.
Oh.
So that's just.
They've been raising it by $10, something like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
every 2 years.
Oh, okay.
$25, but this is 100, over 100.
So it's probably
15, I think.
So it's probably more than inflation, and they're raising it more than inflation.
Yeah. Well, it got sold to a new company.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever that happens, the company has to finance to buy the property, and then they have to pay back loans. And so they raise the rents to be able to pay back the loan so that they can make a profit sooner.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I think...
Follow the money.
Oh, a bunch of people have moved out.
Yeah.
A bunch of people. And they sent me a new lease in the email. I haven't even read it. I'm kind of upset and angry and unhappy and anxious about how I'm going to be able to afford this.
Uh-huh.
Isn't rent supposed to be like a third of your income?
Is that what they say? Is that what the accountant? That's that what an accountant would say?
Yeah. Okay. So it's more like half.
Yeah.
Closer to half. It's about 40%.
Well, then that's too much.
Well, I wonder how one would take the means to stop that, but...
Oh, I've been in that complex for a very long time. I've been a very, very good tenant for a long time. So I can say, listen, if you raise it this much, I have to move.
Yeah.
You'll lose someone that has been courteous with the other neighbors, doesn't have parties, doesn't have domestic disputes going on, yelling and stuff. I've not taken advantage of anything. I'm the kind of tenant that there are dumpsters there, and if I see one open and a bag sitting in front, I'll throw it in. Or I'll pick up stuff.
They'll give you. They should give you a deal.
They should, or just not such. Raise the rent.
You
a little,
deserve.
sure.
You deserve it.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, that's bad. So what else is bad though? That's your.
Maybe they're banking on people saying something. They're overshooting the price a little bit. That could also happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else? I was liking on this female person, and we've been communicating, and it's been really nice, but it kind of didn't work out. So
Oh yeah.
I've been kind of sad about that.
They
So it's,
they
it's just not, not,
they decided it was over. You got broken up with, and maybe.
No, I don't know. That's the thing. It feels like it, but there's been no clear, direct message about.
Well, that's bad. Also,
Yeah.
women problems, money problems. I mean, that's.
Yep.
Yeah.
My life is pretty sucking right now.
And is that it, or is there?
I am. What else?
Health problems.
Oh, I was sick for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So there's
First my lower half for a little over a week, and then my upper half for 2 weeks.
You know, and I think one thing about being sick and recovering is that people don't realize is how much it affects your mood.
Yep.
And really, you just can't be too happy, and it takes a couple of weeks, and you think to yourself, like, I feel bad, like everything is bad right now, and I think it's a product of being sick. You know, you just don't have the right, I guess, like maybe even hormonal balance or something after being sick. It just messes with your mind a bit.
Well, it takes a certain amount of psychological and emotional energy or work or effort to cope with the pain. Whether the pain is emotional or physical or psychological, whatever the thing that is causing pain, it ends up being a focus and a drain, and you don't have as much tolerance. It's easier to get frustrated. You go to anger level 5 much faster.
Yeah, on the status of moods, there's actually even lighting that one can install during seasonal affective
I don't
disorder.
think that seasonal affective thing. I don't buy into that one.
Well,
but,
if one's mood lightens.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Placebo.
The lights themselves, they're you buy these really expensive full spectrum lights. No, you're not getting the full spectrum. Nope, it's bullshit. Don't buy those lights.
I heard that you can actually get a doctor to give you a doctor prescribed these lighting tracks or whatever.
I actually like how those
Yeah, or
lights
your
are nice though.
insurance, which is like crazy.
What?
I like those lights. I find them pleasant, even if they're not
The full spectrum.
if they're not genuinely like affecting my physical body. I feel like it's a nice feeling. I just enjoy it.
Well, I just like lighting in general.
Yeah, but that light, it's just nice. The full spectrum, it looks good. So
You give me a light bulb,
I would recommend-
any light bulb, and I will be like,
oh yeah, hey,
hey,
hey, I can see things. You know, I do like light bulbs because otherwise it would be dark and it would be hard to see things.
and stubbing toes,
Yeah.
which is not good.
That's another. When you stub your toes when it's dark.
Which
You
is a
can't-
mood.
You can't write
stub
things
your
down
toe?
when there's no light bulbs or read books. You can't
Yeah.
read books when it's dark.
Who
Yeah.
wants to stub their toe? Because that is a mood affector.
Not me.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
So that's I think it's where so you got health problems,
Yeah.
money problems, and woman problems.
Yep.
Wow, that's like the trifecta. What else?
It is.
What else could you? What else could you have?
What
Maybe
else could go
professional
wrong?
problems or
Well, yeah, don't say
car
it.
troubles.
Oh,
or
work is fine. I
Oh,
love
good.
my
So
job.
that's good.
Yeah.
So maybe you can
that's
be happy
okay.
about that. It's okay.
I get along with everyone that I work with.
Uh huh.
And some occasional volunteers.
Oh yeah, many friends. On my 50th birthday, I invited everyone in the city and a few outside that I thought that might make it for my birthday, and I asked people to tell me and the others where they met me, how they met me.
Mm-hmm.
Describe first meeting. How did they get to know me?
Yeah, most of your friends are
And
from
all of
TCTV.
all but 3 or 4 of them were TCTV related relationships.
Wow.
And they were all good. Yeah. So.
Good. Well, that means I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
You know, those bad things happen, and you can move on from them. And
And I'm painting a painting, and I'm stuck.
I'm
I'm stuck. I'm not sure how to proceed.
Well, I think you're overthinking it.
Well, no, I know what I have pictured. I just don't know how to approach it, so I'm stuck.
Is it basis on perspective or?
Yes.
Or
yeah.
So you could actually have something of a model.
Don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Find a model on the computer.
Oh, I just don't want to paint over it. That's all. I'll know. I'll know pretty quick whether or not the approach is working. Essentially, it's a beach scene.
Oh, cool.
And the beach is approaching, right? You're looking at the beach at an angle, and so what that means is, I have to use my telepathy or something.
Oh yeah, hey viewers, if you're at home and have a pen nearby, you can write a number down on your hand between 1 and 6. We're about to roll the dice here for the dice game. We all have numbers. Dan's using telekinesis. I'm using trying to visualize the future here or change it. Oh!
Look at that.
I used the magic word.
You did it.
Onion. Yeah, that works for you, apparently.
Is it working? Is the mic working?
I don't know.
Yeah, tap it. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, just not getting a lot of people.
Onion works, apparently. Congratulations.
Wow. Well, it was a choice of that or a turnip, but I like onions better.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I got it.
So bad week, huh? No street stuff? So you see anything on the street?
I don't know.
What don't you know?
Nothing. I got nothing as far as the street.
Which camera we started off with?
There's a lot of science I can tell you about.
I think we didn't start off with this.
Oh yeah, Carl wants to hear about science before the cop story. I do want to hear the cop story too, but
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to do Carl? You want to do science before the cop story? Is it?
Sure.
I've got enough science for before and after. There's plenty that's going on.
Oh yeah.
All right, well,
lay it on us.
Yeah.
Well, right now, as we speak, there is an asteroid. It's a near-Earth asteroid. Its orbit takes us fairly close to the Earth's orbit, and it is at its closest approach right now, as we speak. So, it was a week ago to you people. Anyway, they discover they've been hitting it with radar, and they get a fairly good image. And what they do is they have a whole array of infrared telescopes, and they send infrared pulses to it, or really short frequency radio waves. It might not be infrared. I think it's just radar, essentially. And the radar bounces off the asteroid, and because it's a huge array, it's like the eye is bigger, and they can see it a little, almost three-dimensionally. And this is a mountain-sized asteroid, and it's fairly round, and it has a little moon orbiting around it.
Ooh, wow.
A little moon that I think it takes a day or two to orbit around it. And it's really close. It's this tight little thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be like another captured asteroid.
Yep. Very likely something hit it, but the impact was such that it didn't go flying off very fast, and the gravity of the of the first asteroid, it's got a long string of letters and numbers, JL15709. So I don't know. It's just a string of number of letters. It's going by, and it comes by. The Earth isn't necessarily right here when it flies by. The next time it is crossing Earth's orbit, Earth may not be anywhere nearby, which is most often the case. Otherwise, it smack us.
Woo!
Yeah.
So when you before you go any further, you were talking about an array. Is the array what you're talking about, like these series of radio telescopes, like what was featured on Contact?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they will try and get as many working together at the same time as they can,
Makes
and they
sense.
just get a more detailed image.
Yeah, because you don't want to miss an opportunity.
Yes, it's a bigger, brighter, wider spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so they took like 12 images, and you can see this little thing doing part of its orbit, which is pretty cool. What else? Comet. Oh, Lovejoy. Yeah, it's right straight up. Right straight up. It is receding from the sun, so it's getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And tonight we ran into my neighbor. He had his telescope out. He was trying to get Jupiter, but he doesn't have a spotter scope to help him get in the vicinity. And I was trying to help, and usually it's just easier if you focus it on and I think about this, you focus it on a distant object and then figure out how to fix the finer focus in the eyepiece. But his telescope is good enough. He'd see the moons of Jupiter.
Whoa.
Little tiny dots. It would be about a dime on the end of your toe. Yeah, probably that big. Maybe
Jupiter would be that?
Yeah, it
that
would look
size?
that big. It would appear that large.
That's. I mean, that doesn't seem very small.
Saturn would be a push pin on the wall over there, and you would see little lines where the rings are.
Whoa.
Yeah, better than Galileo's telescope. This sucked. It was only like 2 inches, 2-3 inch little lens, and this guy, my neighbor, he had a reflector. Those are way better.
Yeah.
Way more better. Yeah. Okay, so there's that one, and there's a third comet flying by. It's in a much, much wider orbit, and I'm not sure where that one is in the sky.
What's the name of this one? It's not the name of some sort of Barry White almost song. Oh, that's Lovejoy?
That's
I
like
thought you mentioned Lovejoy.
Lovejoy's a regular name.
Yeah.
There's a
the
third
second
one?
Yeah, I don't know what its name. It is somebody's name and a bunch of numbers.
Ooh,
You know,
that's
there's
really
a lot.
memorable. Yeah,
You know
when it's
there's
got a string of numbers.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
3.14.
Well, no, there's a lot of them when they don't have easy names, when they don't give them a name, and now they're named by the discoverer. And the discoverer's name was Lovejoy. Yeah. So he's discovered several, actually, and he's an amateur astronomer. So, yeah. So that one is in a wider orbit. It's not as easy to spot, and it's on its way. So, yeah. I'm trying to think what else. What else? Oh! They turned on the New Horizons probe, heading out to Pluto, and it's starting to take pictures now. So we will have images of Pluto better than we've ever seen before within a week or two.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are those all the photos? Are those fake? It's blue and like I can like kind of visualize an image of Pluto.
Here's
Yeah.
what they do. The cameras that they use have a CMOS chip, or CCD, the older ones. They use a CMOS chip. And there's one chip for blue, one for green, one for red. So it covers the whole spectrum. And they will do, when they take the picture, it's in black and white because they need contrast to be able to get details. And it's a long exposure. The camera shutter will be open for an hour.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it gathers a huge amount of light. But as they get closer, they use filters, and they put in a filter so it resembles more of what we would see with the human eye, because our eyes like green. We see best in green light.
Yeah.
And whereas the camera, it is seeing equally as powerfully across the full spectrum. So it's not going to see. It's going to pick up a little bit of ultraviolet, a little bit of infrared, way more strongly. So if our eyes...
Green is the neutral color.
Yeah, well, green is the color that the sun puts out the most of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Our atmosphere changes the color a little bit. And, yeah. Also, they are taking pictures of Ceres. And I'll tell you the big one. This one I'm really excited about.
Are you serious?
After your story. Yeah. So Ceres, they started taking pictures, and they think it has a little atmosphere. And,
wow.
It's got all kinds of features on it that are looking really interesting. Yeah.
9.
Like what?
8.
Let me go here after info time.
Oh,
or saved from the bell. Saved to the bell.
What looks like craters have fallen.
Now it's info time.
Wow. Here are answers to some frequently asked questions about the program. You're experiencing it right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's a hyper-live hour-long call-in television talk show on the radio that's recorded in Thurston County every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 leap years. YDHWM began on September 9, 2010. It tapes a week in advance, so if you're watching this on TV 11:30 p.m. on Channel 22 or listening on Low Power FM 106.5, this episode taped the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episodes of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the including for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 and leave a message. We'll call you back on the next episode. So thanks for tuning in, and now back to the program.
Booyah.
Yeah.
Booyah. Okay, good. Yeah. So it's your turn, and then there's
Carl got.
Really
Did you get arrested?
No, I did not get arrested, but hey, if I was like belligerent at all or like threatening, anyway, I'll have to tell the story as it happened to me. So I believed that I was running late, and so I was passing the old hospital.
Walking?
Yeah, I was running. I was passing the so-called the old hospital on the hill.
Oh yeah.
That Route 47 travels by, and the Route 47 bus was like right there, and I knew I was not going to get to the designated location at the top of the hour.
Your appointment.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I guess, these things happen. I arrive when I need to, or, whenever I arrive is right on time for me. So I was like, but yeah, it would be be nice if I wasn't like late. And so, of course, I ran down the hill and I came down to the roundabout, and I saw there was a car over my shoulder, and I was like, when I was at the crosswalk, and I was like, okay, kudos that I see the car is traveling slower than I am, or about the same speed, so I can cross. And I crossed the crosswalk, and after this white vehicle, this white sedan, this white hatchback, whatever you want to call it, I can't remember the vehicle other than it was white. The next vehicle was Olympia Police Department.
Oh.
And he rolled down his window and he said things that in hindsight were pretty correct. Hey, you didn't stop, you could be a
You ran a stop
menace.
sign?
Well, no, I didn't run a stop sign at all. I saw that there was a vehicle over my shoulder, and
so you ran across and you didn't really look.
Well, I didn't really look, but I saw that it was within my peripheral vision.
Okay.
I didn't really need to. I knew it was a white vehicle.
So you almost got hit by a car?
Well, no.
While you were walking?
If I was running and this vehicle was not, overtaking me at all, so I was like, kudos that I can cross. It's safe. I don't need to stop my flow at all. And the police officer was like, no, you gotta stop and look or whatever. And I could have contested the officer saying, hey, do you want to have a look at my driver's license?
Did he give you a ticket?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. Then he's just looking out for you.
Well, yeah, he was. He was kind of, somewhat forceful or whatever. But, it's like, okay, well, I got to put up my hands after saying that I saw the vehicle. I thought I was clearly, not... Surely, yeah, people need to stop at crosswalks look both ways, but I did not do that. And sometimes, avoiding my best personal interest, which is not really a good idea. You always want to have your best interest at heart.
Oh, I thought you were going to get pulled over.
Oh,
I thought that was the story. I thought the story was going to be about getting pulled over in your vehicle there.
Oh,
so
no.
This is way more minor than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I was a pedestrian, but I could have said, hey, I got my...
Did the cop stop in the road near the roundabout?
Yes, and he stopped on Fifth Avenue Bridge, and I was like, no, I was in the right and whatnot.
Did you told him that?
From my perspective, yeah.
Oh, but you told
I thought it was in the right. This vehicle was, just like, like
did the
10
car
feet
have
behind me or something.
Did the car have to go
7 feet? No, I don't believe so. But I shot myself to the other side of the street, as like I usually can, because I don't want to be like.
Yeah, the other car could speed up dramatically out of nowhere for no reason too.
Yeah,
but so
for sure, yeah, exactly. And I've had these problems, these incidents in the past.
So if they went faster, they would have killed you, though, right? Probably, or they could have hit you at least.
Yeah, probably. It's.
You gotta always.
I could treat this as more like a reality check rather than to say, no, I was in the right and everyone else is wrong.
I mean, just because you're.
Yeah.
Bird was always complaining about this too. I remember. He's like, I'm gonna cross traffic. I have the right of way here, and maybe you have the legal right of way, but you don't have the.
Take your time.
You never have the right of way when you could get hit by a car.
Yes.
Because that's not the. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At that point.
Like, you'll be saying that from your wheelchair.
Yeah, you're playing the blame.
Should you survive?
Not
Why are you playing the blame game?
Some jogger 3 years ago got killed over by Big Five.
I remember that. Yeah, I think that was in the parking lot, though, right?
Yeah, well,
wasn't that a biker in the parking lot?
Whenever cars and human beings collide,
it happened. People can get hurt badly, so look out for that stuff. Don't try to be running in front of the car, because that car, I mean, it could decide to speed up for some reason. Or
yeah, I grew up living across the street from a road like Harrison. Right.
Oh, wow.
Like Harrison.
Yeah.
Not quite like Martin Way, not that wide, but basically 4 lanes of traffic. And I watched a friend get hit.
Oh.
And, oh yeah. We look both ways. We totally look both. Oh, it's automatic. Paying attention, and the crosswalk was fairly easy to get across, but cars didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
And it was a long way to either end of the block.
Wow.
These big long blocks.
So I was 5 minutes late, but an hour early. I arrived to a group that I don't normally go to.
Oh.
So I was
you could take your time anyway.
Yeah. I was like, hello, Carl.
Or you could have left.
I was feeling this as I was running downhill.
If you're leaving so late that you have to run and risk your life, you should have just left earlier. You could have just left.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, much longer was that car going to take? At least like 10 seconds.
Yes.
Well,
10 seconds.
One thing is for sure.
I'm sure the police officer would have stopped for the pedestrian if he was at the crosswalk.
Yeah, one thing for sure. I don't like getting yelled at by cops.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a downer in your day.
Well, yes.
Has it darkened your psychological doorstep?
Well,
I think that's the police doing their job, really. I mean, I think that's a good on that. That's the thing that they should be doing out there.
My psychological doorstep is very dark at the moment.
He's looking. I think he's looking out for the safety of you and of the community, and I think he did his job.
I carry around a flashlight, so maybe I could shine the light down your hallway, Dan. Maybe. But yeah, no, I was like, all things considered, I was 5 minutes late for a group that I didn't really go to, it's like whenever I encountered these things, I should probably listen to it intuition more.
Yeah.
And
car intuition or what?
well, like personal intuition. You know,
Maybe
like
you should listen to it less. I mean, what else are you listening to right now? How could you be not listening to what your intuition is? How can you make any decision other than what your intuition is? Because
you know, there's a name for that, right? Carl vision. You have to use more of your Carl vision.
But you can't like not use your intuition because if you're thinking and you're going through many scenarios in your head, whatever the one that you choose is what your intuition told you to do. Inevitably, like you can't really go again. I mean, maybe you've had second thoughts and stuff, but maybe you shouldn't overthink and go with your first thought. But I think you're following your intuition wherever you're at.
Yeah, I didn't want to argue with this officer too long because he was kind of holding up traffic, and there was another police car coming in the opposite direction.
Oh,
and
crap.
the police officer was like kind of slowing down as he was talking to me, and I was like, at some point I just had to throw up my hands and say, you know what,
they group
don't care, just go.
That's the thing that I find a little bit scary.
You told him that?
Well, no, I didn't tell him that.
I can't imagine
I've
that
been
would go well.
been pulled over for a routine traffic stop.
Another car arrives on the scene. You know, it's like 2 against 1.
Yeah.
And
they start building up though, because I was pulled over for a routine traffic stop, and the cop was behind me and he had the lights on, and then a second one shows up just maybe for backup or whatever. They're just like, oh look, somebody's there, and then there was 3 there, and the guy I was like maybe speeding a little bit, and I didn't even get a ticket at the time, but I was like, whoa, what's going on? It was kind of scary, but they start building up. I think just anytime they see another like pulled over person, they just join up. Why not? Yeah.
Well, I thought sugar.
I think I think what just happened was it was just event of happenstance.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's play the dice game. It's halfway through the program. We got some messages too. We got all the way through, halfway through without listening to any of these stuff.
You think I used up onion? Do you think I used it up? Should I try again? See if it's real.
That's something you have to decide for yourself.
Onion.
Yeah. Okay. Onion, here we go.
Onion. Fried.
Oh, what is it?
It's a 2.
2!
Oh no.
That's me, I won.
Onion.
I got 500 points.
Onion.
What's it?
Onion.
Oh, nope. You have a 6, Carl, or 2?
Wow.
2! Me too. Me and Carl have 2s, you have 3.
Oh wow, we're all tied.
Oh, yep. 500 points.
Yep.
Hi, Dr. Keating.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Keating.
Hi.
This is Dan.
Hi, Dan.
How you doing, Dr. Keating?
Real good.
Dr. Keating, you're a good doctor.
Thank you.
You're a good doctor.
Oh, stop.
You're very good. I like you, Dr. Keating.
Thank you.
Dr. Keating, my legs still bother me, Dr. Keating.
Oh, yeah.
My legs still bother me.
I don't think you have to get surgery, though.
Dr. Keating, help me with my leg.
What's wrong with this?
He doesn't. I'm not sure. He doesn't have to get surgery, though.
I need something for my leg, Dr. Keating.
I recommend.
Call me Dr. Keating.
Okay.
Call me back to
I'll call you back. I'm not a licensed doctor, people, if you want to call, but you can call in. I'm an unlicensed doctor.
Well, you could use the standard TV phrases. Take 2 aspirins. Call me in the morning.
Yeah, well...
Kenny doesn't believe in pills, though.
Yeah, I don't think you... Well, yeah, not aspirin. I think you should... Most of the time, you should just use... I think the pain is real, and you should...
Always drink water.
Yeah, drink a lot of water.
Yeah, drink water.
Get a lot of rest.
And I think...
Rest, good.
But I think for his legs, I think he should be doing exercises, light exercises, stretching, light exercises.
I do.
Walk around the block twice a week.
Maybe, yeah. But also, I don't know what's wrong with his leg. Maybe he could get acupuncture.
Yeah.
You think that's real?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but
anything is real to the person that says that it's real.
Yeah, why not? Hello, Dan. Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Fine.
Hey, Dan. It's me, Dan. Dan?
Dan?
Yeah?
Oh, well, Dan is here, too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
Okay, good.
Sweet.
Dan, you said in your message that you're having leg problems. How's your leg doing now? Is it okay? Is it getting better or what?
I don't feel like talking right now. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Dan.
Maybe he doesn't like me anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He got very quiet there for a second.
Well, this is the twilight of his day, so he's going to go to bed pretty soon, I'm sure, and be up and ready.
Maybe he's tired. Maybe he doesn't like Dan anymore.
Well,
that's entirely possible.
I think those are both options.
I think he wants to tackle the next day with a sunshiny face.
Maybe I psychologically darken his day. Doorstep.
Oh,
maybe.
Gosh.
Maybe I do that. Or emotionally
He says it a lot, though, but here's the next message. Another Dobler.
Hey, Daily Hour. I just saw a car accident.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no.
Oh, they might. It was on 4th and Washington. Nothing serious happened, but a car. Yeah, they're working it out. But it was trying to turn left. Maybe they know each other. Oh, they're in the road, but I don't know. Call me back.
Wow.
That's a really fragmented message.
Live car crash. You see a lot of aftermath.
It'll kind of mess with you.
I saw a car flip over before, like a long time ago. I think I've probably said this on the
program.
program.
No.
Was it hit and then flipped over, or did it?
No, it just flipped over itself. It was really crazy, actually.
Going around too fast around the corner.
It was kind of confusing. It was pretty much just going really.
Hey, you've reached.
It was going straight down the road.
I can't come to the phone right
and then
now,
it
but
just
if you
flipped.
leave me a nice message, then
like
I will call you back as soon as I can.
Did it
Thanks a lot.
Flip sideways or flip
over? Hey, Freddie, it's the program.
You can call us back. You have about 22 minutes left on the program.
Yeah,
24.
I'm here.
I want to hear about the car crash.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was.
Yeah, it flipped over, and then I called 911, and they I don't know what happened after that. Cause
It wasn't a barrel roll. It was
once.
flipping
It just
like
flipped once.
Yeah.
No, it flipped on its side. It was weird. I don't even know what happened. It was just going, and then it just.
So it was a barrel roll.
It was like half a roll.
Yeah.
It was going, then this one kind of
Wonder
fell over.
If a wheel just broke right off.
Yeah, it could have.
If that would do it.
It was very weird, but I got to call 911 and report it and stuff, and we were going.
Did it crash into other cars?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was out in Lacey. It was weird.
Big old rock in the road, maybe? Would that do it?
I don't know what it was, but I didn't stop.
Stop a corner.
I didn't stop to try to help them.
Right?
Well, if you
some sort of force downward to make it flip forward.
If you remember, there was like all these, two different guardrails thrown on either side of a vehicle 10 or 15 years ago that had like some sort of suburban, Isuzu or whatever that was top heavy, and it just, making somewhat of a sharp turn or whatever when it went through these cones, in some sort of test.
What happened to your friend who got hit by a car? I think you were saying that, and we got interrupted by info time.
Yeah, well, there's a crosswalk in the middle, and we were on our side of the street, and the first line of cars had stopped, and he was walking ahead of me, and someone came racing. They were just driving normal, but they saw the one car stop, but they just kept going, and they sideswiped him, and he spun around 3 or 4 times.
Ooh.
And she screeched to a halt. She wasn't really speeding. She didn't realize. She didn't know why the car had stopped. She just kept on going. Just not aware, not paying attention. She kind of didn't do anything wrong but that. But that messed up his knee real bad. It messed up his elbow on his left side.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh no, she could have hit him dead on, and he would have gone flying.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was not good. Not good at all. Science? More science?
I actually had 3 cats come up on my stoop.
9.
You have a cat story?
Yeah, I have a cat story.
He has a pet tuna.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is also interesting.
No, commercial break from like next year. Coming up last year, 2 a.m.
Your daily hour with
Yeah. Everybody, it's the program. Commercial. Today we listen to a lot of get some messages. Charlie is here. And it's me and the phones. Call McDonald's. The origins of groundhogs. What are they? Groundhogs real? Are they the same as gophers? Are they the same as moles? Have you ever been trapped in an infinite day forever? 11:30 and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22. Thank you. Love week.
So science.
Yeah, 360-836-4384.
Call the number, but leave us alone.
Do it today.
Or next week.
So, they found the beagle.
Oh, yes.
The beagle. Have you read about that?
No, but continue.
They found the beagle. Okay.
I don't know what a...
Oh, yeah.
It's a dog. It's a dog, right?
Oh, this beagle is not a dog. It's the name of a Mars lander that failed, and the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter has a great big stupid giant camera, telescopic camera, and it takes high resolution pictures of the surface of the Mars. And the beagle, they're not sure if it crashed or if something failed, but it stopped operating when it hit the ground. And they've been looking for it for, oh my God, 10 years. And they finally found it, and its solar panels didn't open up all the way. And so it didn't have enough power for the batteries to send. And they think part of the reason that happened is because it landed hard. It landed with more force, and it broke it.
Or twisted or bent something.
Well, you know, there's rocks all over the place, and they're really landing blind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, they got to land in the safest area, and, you know, there's going to be boulders and stuff all over, but they got to, it's risky business. The 2 Viking landers that landed in the 70s, both of them landed in super rocky hills and rocks and really rough terrain, all kinds of stuff, and they just landed blind, and they had jets that they landed with. So, yeah, pretty amazing. So the beagle was had a little drill and a dig and a little lab on it, and a little digger claw. It was going to drill into the ground quite a ways, and nope. Something like 25% of all the probes that we've sent to Mars have failed.
That sounds like not too bad of a statistic, though. 75%.
It used to be 50%, but we have had a lot of successes lately.
75% success, I think is good.
Yeah, going to Mars.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 5 or 6 have been fully successful. And
like the probes that would
15 years, yeah.
come down, that would bounce a couple of times, and they would
we sent 3 like those.
The sacks would deflate.
Yep, airbags.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sent 3 of them. The first one landed, and it unfolded, and that was the mothership, and a little tiny solar-powered little car about the size of a large Tonka toy roved around and took close-up pictures and samples of local rocks. It's pretty cool. And then the next 2 that we sent were the bouncy ones again, and they solar panels, and they were rovers that went. And one has been going for 11 years now. Its 11th anniversary happened a couple days ago. Yeah, and it's traveling along the rim of a massive ancient crater, and it's taking pictures on this big old tall hill. Yeah.
Well, that's very good. I'm glad for this human innovation to use airbags to lessen the load.
This one, I'm really excited about. they have found a planet that is orbiting along the plane of the star, so it goes in front of the star, and this planet has rings, like Saturn.
Wow.
Yay.
The planet is what they think 2 to 4 times more massive than Jupiter, and the ring system is, I think, 200 times bigger than...
What?
And it's a really young star, too. It's still in the process of forming. Yeah, it's got a ring system 200 times bigger, and bigger chunks and more massive.
What's the distance between it and the planet? Is it
the planet and the host star? I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to characterize because it's orbiting another star, and so all we have is data points of light and the way the light curve moved around. It's like, yeah, that's what Saturn does. Anyway, it's a massive. It's a Saturn on steroids. It's way bigger, and the rings have way more material. They're guessing the rings have a super thick opacity. They absorb a lot of the light, the sun's light. That's how we know it has rings, because the rings were in front of the star as the planet passed.
That makes me think, would the rings shrink with the actual planet? Would it lose its mass, like, over time? Since the planet, the solar system?
I mean, the rings around Saturn were there to start with, or possibly not, I don't know, but they became rings at some point. It didn't deplete the planet at all. They were already present. In the case of this ring around this planet, it's still in the process of forming, and it's got enough mass, what they figured, the mass of Earth and possibly Mars, something like that. There's enough material in the rings to form Earth-like moons. Moons the size of Earth or a little bit smaller.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. And there might be a bunch of them. The planetary moon process is the same process that occurs with stars and planet formation. It's just on a smaller scale. So the star starts out with enough material to make the star, and there's the material in the disk that eventually turns into planets. It doesn't, if nothing else, interaction, once these planets get bigger, they interact with each other because there's a lot of them, and some go flying into the sun. So it actually gives the sun more, meat potatoes. Yeah. So this is a first. I figured at some point we'd be able to somehow find rings or something like that, but this was a really strong signal. Unfortunately, they estimate its orbit to be something like 10 years. So it's a lot farther away than Saturn. Actually, no.
If it's 10
Jupiter's distance, actually. Jupiter takes 11 years to go around.
Yeah. So it would be
10 years, yeah.
Slightly closer to like to where the asteroid field would be.
Yeah.
I guess.
So the other thing too is that is a long ways from the parent star. So this little moon, if it were enough to have an atmosphere and water and that sort of thing,
it would probably be frozen.
Maybe. I mean, like the 3 moons of Jupiter have oceans under the ice. Their interactions with Jupiter and with each other stir up the insides of the planets and heat them up, and they get warm inside, warm enough to melt the water. And it's entirely possible that would be the kind of world that one of the moons would be. It wouldn't get enough sunlight, but it would get gravitational energy tugs and pulls that cause friction on the inside of it, and they would keep a spin going.
Molecule to molecule, and that would heat up the water enough that it wouldn't be frozen solid.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Here we found a planet with rings, finally. I mean, it's been speculation, but now we say, whoa, look over there, look at that.
It's just 200 times the distance of Saturn's rings.
It's that much bigger.
That's incredible.
The rings probably start close to the planet, and they just go way the hell out there. Yeah. So I had
3 cats visit me when I was not at home.
How do you know?
Well, I had the unfortunate karma. Here we go again of breaking. Not just like having a policeman talk to me today, but having the unfortunate karma of breaking my.
I don't know what you mean when you say unfortunate karma.
Well, charging.
Luck? Are you saying bad luck?
Sure. Yeah, bad luck.
Bad luck. You've had the bad luck.
Bad luck of having charging cables have shorts in them for my phone. So I charged my phone in my car, and then when to prepare for coming here, grab a quick bite and got to get out. But I saw 3 cats on the upper. I have a stairwell to climb to the 2nd story, and there were 3 cats that were there at my welcome mat, whatever carpet thing you want to call that.
What are they doing there?
And I was like, hey, no, I'm trying to get to my place. I don't want to.
They want to be your friends.
They were the welcoming cat committee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to make friends with you.
Well, what's going on? I'm probably going to have a little bit more interesting experiences, possibly, to just in order to have my phone like charged above 50%.
All right.
I got things
Let's play the
on order.
dice game.
I got things on order, but it's not gonna.
You need. I think that
arrive tomorrow.
You have the new phone with the different charging cables.
Did they want in your place? Are they trying to get in your place?
No, well, I don't know.
That's what they want with that money. They change the charging cables and they shorten out. They have a expiration date, like a purposely built in, like a, what do they call that one?
Well, Apple wants money, of course, and cats.
What do they call it?
They probably want companionship.
What's the thing they call it when it's going to go out of date? Like
warranty.
On purpose? No, not warranty. That's good for you. Warranty. It's like
it's
like
built-in obsolescence.
Yeah, built-in obsolescence.
Yeah. Thank
you,
Apple.
Freddie.
Hey, program.
It's time for the final dice game.
Hey, program.
Hey. What number you want?
26. I mean, 25.
Oh, you have to pick a dice number.
Well, you can pick 25, but I don't think you're gonna win.
Veggie dog.
What do you want, Freddie?
Veggie dog.
I'll pick a 6.
You pick 25.
I'm supposed to pick 25.
If you pick 25, I don't think you're gonna win, but you can.
Okay, Freddie, I'm giving you 2. Kristen gets 5.
How old I am?
Hey, happy birthday!
Oh, Kristen gets 5. Kristen,
It's my.
Well, I think Dan won.
Kristen won.
Dan won.
No, 5.
Diane, 3s.
Oh, the 3s and 5s.
Oh,
well,
I got 2 3s.
I don't know. Happy birthday!
2 3s and 2 5s.
Okay.
Happy birthday!
I'm 25.
Hey,
is it your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because you could have. I mean, you could have just been saying I'm 25 and this how old you are in general.
Hey, Kirsten. Kirsten.
Yeah.
You and I are winners. We're winners.
Well, 25.
We won 1,000 points.
We'll call kind of attribute her number, but you're winning a living. Can you tell me about the car crash?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to describe the car crash, or should I?
Well, I just want to mention that for my birthday, I wish that Freddie got all of his wishes.
All of his wishes?
Yeah, all of his wishes, and then his wish came true.
What? Well, what was his wish?
Right, my wish was that someday I'd be able to witness a car accident where no one got physically too badly hurt, and I also wasn't involved directly in the crash. And that happened today.
Oh, wow.
You seriously had the wish of that? Like?
Yeah, I've wanted to see it, just like observe a car crash without getting into it, and then and where people wouldn't die, because I just had never seen that happen.
Did you tell somebody about it too, or was it was just like?
Not. I mean, I've told people before, yeah, and I've written it down in my those lists of things I want to do before.
Wow.
And today that wish came true on Kirsten's birthday.
That's pretty
wow.
amazing. That's like that's like a movie magic.
So what was the nature of the accident?
Well, there was a white car in the right lane of a
cars?
one-way street coming down 4th Avenue. They were in the right lane, and they were driving towards the center of downtown. And there was a black car in the left lane, and the black car was going straight through the intersection at Washington Street.
Yeah.
And the white car must have not seen the person in the black car, and they started to merge into the left lane in the center of the intersection.
Yeah.
Like as they went into the intersection, and they scraped up against the side of the white car, the black car, and we heard a big. Was it a bang? What was it?
A crunch.
Yeah, we heard the crunch, like car crunch.
Or what did we call it? Attack or a crunch?
I think it was a crunch, or yeah, like a scrunch or crunch. It was definitely like a kind of sound, or
scrunchy,
like a bang.
crunchy.
Oh wow. Sounds like a
Crash.
soft landing.
So then what? Did they stop?
Yeah, they both pulled up to opposite sides of the road, and Kirsten thinks that they might have known each other. I don't know. Why do you say that?
Well, they didn't even look phased that they hit each other, and they were both like the same age, and they both had the same, like they looked like they'd just be friends.
They have the same style.
Or maybe what I was imagining is that they like exchanged numbers, and then they were gonna go on a date.
Like they're in
Because
the.
they're both like dressed up, like they're gonna go out on a out.
Maybe they were there, and then they ran into each other again.
Oops. Yeah.
Maybe it's the, is it the start of love?
They crashed
But
into love, man.
Love will come out of it. I think that at very least it looks like they're exchanging insurance information, and maybe that's where it starts. You know, that'd be a good story.
Yeah. Ran into each other literally in a car.
Were the cars directly impacting one another, or was it just like a swipe, one vehicle against another?
One vehicle hits the other. I don't think that the black vehicle is really damaged, but it's like one of those things where the side of their car is kind of scraped up.
So it hit the passenger side of the car kind of at an angle.
Yeah, because it was turning from a parallel lane into the other lane.
Yeah.
Wow, that's freaky. You never think that's gonna happen.
Oh,
But
that you know you.
Was everybody
look,
okay though?
You don't see the movement of the car. You just don't see it for some reason. You think it's clear and you turn. And I have almost done that. I have almost been the white car
You're driving a
many
giant
times.
death machine.
Were you walking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were walking on the street.
Oh, so you get to stop and see it.
We're
And
actually waiting at the crosswalk to cross.
Oh,
And then it happened like right directly in front of us. Really,
Wow.
Like, literally 4 feet away.
Did they?
Wow.
Did they? They were talking to each other though, and they seemed like they already knew each other for some reason.
And I got weird looks because I was calling the phone and telling and they thought I was talking. And then a couple of people walked by me and was like, "Hey, I think they're just working it out. They're working it out," like as if I was calling the cops or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, 1 minute left.
Oh, 1 minute left.
Thanks, Freddie. Thanks, Kirsten. Thanks, Carl and Dan Dobler. How's the production end going real fast?
Thank you, Cats.
Going really good. I almost got that. We got a bunch of YouTube episodes uploaded and need to put the descriptions on them, but it's going really well. And then the other part of it is that that combo episode was only 3 hours away from getting the YouTube one made when I left, but it had been exporting for 36 hours.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
And you got Sunday, right? Did you get Sunday?
yeah, I picked up Saturday and Sunday.
Great.
Great.
But I haven't captured.
There
It'll all
it
be
is.
good.
7, 6, 8, 12, 15, 32.
64.
Episode number and date.
28.
Day of the week. TCTV channel 22, 11:30 and 2 a.m. Yeah. YDHWM.com.
Yeah.
360-836-4384. crew. You guys want to be on the crew? I'm doing anything if you want, though. Bridget, Christine, Dave, Duck Hugger, Gene. I see Christine on the bus. Ralph. Hi, Christine. Are you watching? Vince, UFO FBI, TCTV, Crystal Ball, LaBebe, Jordan E, Fabulous, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dog! Woof woof!
Yeah, dog.
Until tomorrow or next Monday?